Five-star quarterback Brock Vandagriff taking the time, which we appreciate here at Rivals.com, to join us this morning. Obviously, Brock, a time that has really changed the world, man, for all of us right now. For you, you've been out of school for roughly a month plus. What's that been like for you? Just not getting up, going to work out, school work, taking those tests, staying after school to work on quarterback drills. What's it been like day to day for you through this, COVID-19?
The main thing is just try to keep a schedule close to the same, stay in shape, stuff like that. Still waking up pretty early, 5:45, get my workout in, and probably go for a run, shower up, and get ready for school at around 8:39, and just do that. Then trying to throw a little bit, probably like 2-3 times a week. A couple of receivers here, making sure we stay all the rules of falling to that and stuff like that, and make sure we're putting on some hand sanitizer after. So that's been interesting as well.
What's been maybe the toughest part for you? What's been the toughest thing to get over, to adjust to for you as a student athlete?
The main thing for me would just be not having spring practice is probably just one of the most bummering things I've heard. Just it'd be my last spring practice here as a senior, and going into that, and plus our team is going to need it. I mean, we're looking to win a state championship this year, and so we're looking forward to that. And the defense got some young dudes coming back, or some young dudes stepping up this year actually. So that was probably the main thing I was bummed about.
Yeah, I mean, I told your dad, talking to him not that long ago, about we can't have issues with the season, man. It's like Brock Vandagriff versus Gunnar Stockton earlier in the season. That game circled on my calendar. To the top quarterbacks in the country, regardless of class. So hopefully, we all hope everybody stays safe and we move past this and get to have football in the coming months. I know you guys are a very, competitive family. I know I've been around your dad and yourself a lot, talking about me playing Madden against my kids, you guys going and playing, NBA or Madden or whatever at home. And everybody wants to win. What's it been like around your home with that? I mean, I know you have some talented sisters. I'm sure your mom's very gifted as well athletically. What have you guys done? I guess if there's one positive in all of this, it's more family time. What's that been like for you guys?
Yeah, that is something you cannot overlook, is family time. And even though sometimes I get tired of seeing the same faces every day, I mean, I just thank the Lord for it, honestly, just being able to, we play around the world. We play around the world every single day. And the youngest one, she's getting a little big head on us. She plays basketball. And so she's been drilling us lately. And after dinner, we'll always play some Uno. I'm the Uno king right now, so that's good. And then we're playing some ping pong, mixing in a little bit of everything. And then to reel it all in on Sunday morning, we wake up and watch the online church service as a family in the living room. And I mean, it's different, but it's the new normal for now. And just trying to do our part. I mean, we're not allowed to see anyone outside of the house, just trying to stay in and adhere to the guidelines.
Now, I know one thing you've done a little bit on your, if you call it free time and stuff, is going out and going fishing. I believe you and your dad have taken either the boat out or from the side of the lake or whatnot. But I know I've seen a few pics of you catching some pretty big bass in the past few weeks. What's that been like? Who catches more fish? Who catches the bigger fish?
My dad for sure catches more fish, but he likes to fish, I'm talking about. He said he likes the catching part. See, I like the fishing part. He catches a bunch of crappie, small brim like that. He'll catch 25 in one day. I might only catch 6 or 7, but I'll be trying to catch those bass and the bigger ones. So, I mean, we go back and forth, but it's good. It's good bonding time out there, just getting away, and especially just some father-son time on the pond.
Yeah, you talk about the farm. I was going to get to that. I mean, I think you're cutting a little grass, doing a little, manicure the lawn and take care of things. Talk about that a little bit. I guess you have the trimming area around the house, correct?
Yes, sir. I have our yard, and I have a couple of yards around the neighborhood and around here. My little business is called Sod Father's Lawn Service, so, I mean, we're getting after it.
Yeah, I guess you made a way in that farmland to throw the football a little bit too, I think. A little almost just a narrow path, 50, 60 yards, working that along the long toss, things like that. I know talking to you, a month or so ago, we were talking about you and your dad throwing in the front yard a little bit. I guess that's expanded now to a farm and much more property. Talk about just, how that benefits you and how you're using that property to better your game a little bit.
Yeah, just from one of the yards we cut, we started cutting the pasture a lot shorter over time and making a little field almost and bringing our guys out just like 2 or 3 at a time. We don't want to get too crazy on them and just trying to throw it out and do what we can. And so it's been great. Just, I mean, it's like 5 minutes from the house, just being able to go out there whenever we want and get in some extra work.
Let's shift over to Georgia and recruiting a little bit real quick, and we'll get you out of here, Brock. But Georgia's on a pretty good run right now. Obviously, a lot of, their class is full of in-state talent. I know, obviously, you're one of those guys. You're the leader of this class, and the most recent commit, Michael Morris, obviously big for Georgia, big for you in the future as well, blocking for you, protecting you. What's your early thoughts on just what this class looks like and what this class could be like down the road?
Just the thing that hits me and probably hits a lot of people just looking at all the commits is Georgia. I mean, and we're trying to keep the best dudes in the state of Georgia at Georgia. And I think we have a chance to be really successful. And we're talking to a lot of people out of state as well. And Coach Smart said he thinks this is the class that can get it done. And I've gotten a bunch of mail from a lot of people, and they're all talking about leading us to the promised land finally. And hopefully we can do that for the Georgia nation.
Yeah, I mentioned all Georgia kids, but I kind of included Lavoisier Carroll in that. He's from Warrenton, Georgia, obviously IMG Academy now, and he is the most recent. It was Michael Morris and him around that same window of time. I think the biggest question for Georgia fans, this spring, they were very interested in seeing Georgia's offense, the new offense. Obviously, from entering the draft next week, Jamie Newman stepping in, transferring in from Wake Forest. Other guys are competing for sure, but the biggest name out there is Todd Monken, the new offensive coordinator at Georgia. You had a chance to go over and meet with him in Athens. I'm sure you've had conversations with him. What's kind of your early thoughts of him, and what can you tell the Georgia fans about what Monken is as a coach, as a person?
Coach Monken, he just looks at everything from a completely different standpoint. And those guys from the NFL, as I've been around them, they're all statistic driven, and everything he says, it has an answer for it. It has a why for everything. And he's big on asking questions. If you don't understand it, ask a question, because he doesn't want you, he said, whenever you know your stuff, whenever you know your coverages, then you're able to perform faster and play better. And meeting with him before all this stuff happened, before it all got shut down, was really important. And going through a bunch of the offense, and he's teaching me the defense first, he teaches me any offense, which is good. I mean, I'm glad I'm being able to work on that with someone that's been in the league and someone that's been around the college circuit. And the main thing now is trying not to lose any of that. I was looking back on my notes a couple of days ago, trying to refresh on stuff like that. And we talk on the phone probably once or twice a week, just to stay hip on that and ask him how he's doing. He's a great guy.
Well, people want to know, obviously, going back to recruiting, is we know you're in communication with different prospects. Guys come to you and they ask you about Georgia, why you chose Georgia, why should they go to Georgia? Who are some guys maybe you're in communication with, working on to join you in Athens? And I guess what's kind of your pitch or message to them about why they should choose the University of Georgia?
The first one would be Amarius Mims. He texts me probably every other day, asking me to go fishing. So I told him after he commits, I'll take him. But he's the main dude. Marius Mims, Cody Brown, the running back from Parkview, we're big on him, and the Dylan Fairchild guy, just to name a few. And I'm in contact with a lot of them, trying to get Mario Williams, trying to steal him out of Florida. And there's Coach Smart. He's got me in some group text with a bunch of people, and trying to just hit it hard for the recruiting, especially during this off season or during this downtime right now, trying to make sure, letting people know they're wanted and stuff like that.
Well, I don't want to keep you on here too long. You have other things to do, and maybe yards to cut or fish to catch, or you probably got to wash that hair too. I mean, we're talking about, I've seen the true Brock Vandagriff evolve, not just as a quarterback in the hair game. You might have, Head and Shoulders come calling one day, Revlon or something like that for sure. How many times a day, are you letting, washing that hair, conditioning it? What's the routine for you?
Just a little shampoo and conditioner probably once a day. I mean, the morning shower, I just keep it all natural. And it's been forever since I had a haircut. Whenever our principal emailed us that we were we were out of school. My mom, the first thing she looked at me and she said, she's like, "You can let that hair go." I was like, "Yes, I can."
Yeah, I know. I think your mom's kind of a fan, dad not so much.
Yeah, my dad said he keeps on telling me he's gonna get the clippers out on me while I'm sleeping, but that's yet to happen.
Well, Brock, definitely a pleasure, man. Always speaking with you. I know keep safe. Spend time with your family. Make the most of this as you can. I know you guys are at the Vandagriff household for sure. Again, thanks so much for your time, man. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.